So, after watching the new episodes of The Loud House, I kind of had this idea rattling around after watching one episode, April Fool's Paradise, which, yeah, Luann, that's like, seriously, she has, like, the mind of Jigsaw. I'm not even kidding. But yeah, if you wanted to also know my thoughts on the rest of the week-long premieres, they're all really good. The show is probably the best show on Nickelodeon right now, and yeah, it has kind of almost felt like it revitalized Nickelodeon in a way, but let's not hold our breaths. TMNT's still good. I should say, yeah, TMNT's still out there. I almost forgot, because it seems like Nickelodeon's forgot, but we're here to talk about Loud House. Anyway, so after watching April Fool's Paradise, I kind of came up with this episode idea in a way. I don't know if I'd write this as an actual fanfiction or just keep it as a, you know, just kind of something in my head. And I just kind of had this fun idea for it, like, this would be a cool idea if I had any say in the show, which I don't. Let me just say that right now. I don't have any say in the show, but if I was a part of the staff, this is the kind of episode I would try to pitch and write for the show. So this was kind of the idea I was kind of working on, and yeah, after watching April Fool's Paradise, this idea kind of just struck me in a way. So, yeah, if you guys will bear with me, I'll explain. The idea is a parody of Christmas Carol. Yeah, it's been done before. It's been done thousands of times before in thousands of different media. The Christmas Carol parody has kind of been done to death, but as long as you do it in different ways, it's fine. Here's how I would do it. Is that Luann, after she pulls another April Fool's prank that actually kind of ends up hurting Lincoln in a way, or one of the sisters, she ends up, like, hurting them, and everyone's like, you took it too far, and she's just like, you don't get the joke. That's the thing, is that you're not getting the joke. Pain's funny. So, later that night in April Fool's, the thing, what happens is a comedian from the past, someone who Luann, like, was really just idolized, but she never got to meet him because he or she passed away, and it kind of, this character kind of acts like the Jacob Marley, and basically says, you took things way too far, okay, so here's what we're gonna do, because there's nothing wrong with comedy, but you're borderline homicidal, so here's what we're gonna do. Tonight you're going to be visited by 3 spirits of April Fools. And you better change your ways, or else you'll end up like me. And I would have it like the character is like wrapped up, instead of chains, it's like tied up cloth all around him. He's like a tied up clown. I don't know who actually I would actually have like Dan Castellaneta to play that character. Dan Castellaneta. I cannot pronounce that last name. But yeah, Dan Castellaneta, most of you guys know best the voice of Homer. He also does Krusty. Krusty the Clown. And I would have it that, yeah, he's doing the Krusty voice. He's like a parody of Krusty the Clown. But he showed up, like, he passed away a long time ago, and Luann watching his old videos, that really got her inspired to do comedy, an extreme level of comedy. So yeah, this character, this clown character would be like, ugh, kid, you don't know what you're doing. You're gonna anger the April Fool's gods. So, throughout the story, just like in Christmas Carol, Luann would be visited by 3 spirits. Unlike for Christmas, it's spirits of April Fools. So I would have, just shooting the breeze here, and keep in mind this is all for fun. Basically, this whole idea would set, and here's the guest stars I would pick. So for the first one, Luann, later that night at the stroke of midnight, she meets the ghost of April Fool's past. And who would I get to be that character if I could? I would actually get Christian Schall. Most of you guys would know best as Mabel. Also as Louise from Bob's Burgers. She'd be perfect as the ghost of April Fool's past, and she shows Luann all the time she had all these great pranks in the past that were harmless but still funny. And yeah, it kind of shows that it was kind of her origin in a way. So the next ghost would be the ghost of April Fool's present. And I would actually have Weird Al. If I could actually get it, I would actually have Weird Al Yankovic be the ghost of April Fool's present. And, yeah, if you don't think I would have a musical number for, yeah, I would definitely have a musical number that would parody It Feels a Lot Like Christmas from the Muppet Christmas Carol, because that was my Christmas Carol story. That's the one. That's my favorite right there. So I would take a lot of inspiration from the Muppet Christmas Carol. And he would be the Weird Al, like I said, would be the ghost of April Fool's Present, and he would show all the kind of jokes that Luann's been pulling, and showing how just dangerous and extreme they are, and almost borderline just not funny. They're dangerous, and she's going to end up hurting people a lot worse. So that would be the whole thing. And I would kind of have it that maybe have Lincoln parody Tiny Tim. No, actually, Lincoln would actually be a parody of Bob Cratchit. He would be the parody of Bob Cratchit, and I don't know who would be Tiny Tim. Maybe Lily? No. Don't worry. Don't worry. Lily doesn't die in the future. Don't worry. If you're about to ask, oh, does that mean Lily dies in this possible future? No. It's okay. It's okay. She doesn't die. Don't worry. I'm not that evil. So maybe Lily, maybe Lisa. I don't know. One of the younger kids, possibly. So yeah, Lincoln would be Bob Cratchit. He would be trying to stick, even though he got hurt, he would try to stick up for her regardless. But everyone's like, no, she needs to stop. So finally, we come to the ghost of April Fool's future. And this was the first one I thought of. If I could actually make this episode, and if I could say, who could I cast as these characters, Mark Hamill would be the ghost of April Fool's future. And you guys, if you know his repertoire and know the character he's most famous for, aside from Luke Skywalker, then you know why I picked him. Why I would pick him. So yeah, obviously, voice of the Joker. So Mark Hamill's character, he would be kind of like shrouded, he would keep the shroud and all that, and he would show, and he wouldn't talk necessarily until the end, and basically he would show Luann the future, and he would show Luann this future of, oh, she's famous, she's this big comedian, she's, she has everything, and Luann's like, you're not really giving me a lot of doubt here, what's the big problem? And then he shows her how miserable Luann is without her family, because of her pranks and how extreme they got in the future, they turned away from her. They don't want anything to do with her, and Luann's just pretty much dead inside. She's just kind of putting on a mask every time she goes on stage because she doesn't, her family she no longer has her family in her life, and because they don't want anything to do with her because of how extreme her pranks got. So that would be the thing, and at the end, like Mark Hamill's ghost would like throw off the robe and reveal like this twisted parody version of the Joker. And he would just start laughing, like it would be like a low chuckle and then rise into the classic Joker voice as he's throwing off the cloak. And it would be like this tall it'd be like the Joker mixed with the Crooked Man from, if you guys ever seen the Conjuring 2. If you ever saw the Conjuring 2, then yeah, he would look like or actually Slender Man, like Joker and Slender Man put together. That would be it. And that's when Luann wakes up and she's like, oh my god, I've been a terrible person. I am so sorry. And I would actually have, like, at the end of the episode, she throws open the windows, and it's just like, you there, boy! And Clyde would look up and go, me, Luann? Yes, you! What day is it? It's April Fool's, ma'am! and yeah, it would be that. Yeah, she would yell at Clyde and be like, you there, boy! What day is this? It's April Fool's, Luann. Good, it was like, there's not much time then. And yeah, it would end with maybe Lily going, Agnes says, everyone! Or something like that. So yeah, that's pretty much the episode idea. Again, I'm probably never going to be able to write for Loud House, so I just thought I'd throw this idea out to the wind and see what you guys thought. Do you guys like the idea? Do you guys hate the idea? Just comment below, let me know, and if you could write an episode for the Loud House, what episode would you write? And also, what kind of cast would you pick for this episode? Once again, hope you all enjoyed this, and I'm out.